Alright folks, so in preparation for Zack Snyder's Justice League dropping later this month, I am watching all of the DCEU films and ranking them at the end, and today we have arrived to the very reason why we are getting a Zack Snyder's Justice League, the original Justice League. Let's talk about it. So I just like to start off this video by saying, mustache Superman. You know, this film actually has pretty solid character introductions off the bat, but the movie takes far too long to actually stop telling the character introductions and to assemble the team and get the plot, the ball rolling in terms of the plot. There's some pretty bad forced dialogue interspersed throughout, and I guess that's what happens when you have sort of an exposition-filled movie like this. I gotta say, the film started, and when I saw Steppenwolf, I was like, God, this guy's dumb. But he was kind of cool, I have to be honest, especially in the action fight scenes. But the henchmen are just ridiculously stupid bug people. I mean, very dumb. But Steppenwolf himself is sort of not nuanced by any means. He's no Thanos, but he is he sounds cool. Of course, you know, the deep voice, his dialogue is pretty cool for the most part. And again, his fighting, there's a lot of cool scenes of him just smashing people in and stuff. The Flash is annoying as fuck. And like 90% of his lines miss, 90% of his jokes. I don't think this actor is very good. I mean, I haven't seen him to be good in anything personally, so maybe there is a film that he's good in. But Ezra Miller, I believe is his name. But he's not good in this role. So, of course, the film was partially directed, at least, by Joss Whedon, and I'll get to the reasons why later if you're not aware. But it feels like it because it does feel like a giant botched attempt at a copy-paste of Avengers into the DCEU. Bruh. And, of course, it doesn't work because they're nothing alike, not only in terms of characters and tone, but also in terms of where the franchises are at. None of these characters have been set up. Aquaman, Cyborg, and Flash all have to be set up in the span of this runtime, as well as, you know, them facing this looming threat that is worthy of a, you know, monumental occasion, a monumental event film like Avengers. And so it does not go well. Yeah, I mean, anyone could tell you that the Avengers doesn't really work in the DCU. The tone is very inconsistent. You know, you have the jokes, and then you also have the sort of dark tone that we've been seeing throughout. And of course, that is a clashing of the visions between the original directors, Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon. But I can't say that either are bad on their own. So the joke scenes do work, but not in the terms of not in this film, because it is not originally intended to be that film. And of course, the dark scenes do work on their own, but not clashing with the jokes, because you see Batman brooding to go to joke with the Flash, and it doesn't work. You have some cool fights in this film. The final battle is certainly not one of them, because it is not good, not very cool. But the Superman fight I actually quite liked, you know, with each character sort of utilizing a power, and of course losing to this supreme god. But yeah, that fight was cool. The final battle was certainly not. Just each superhero killing flying bugs in an orange wasteland for 10-20 minutes. This is probably the most cookie cutter superhero film that I've ever seen. It is it's a blueprint, or well, technically it's two blueprints, but when you get to the sort of Avengers style thing, you have one blueprint that they followed to a T and did not stray from in the slightest. And it feels very unoriginal, and it feels like you've seen this film before, because you probably have if you've ever seen a superhero film. So, in case you're not aware of the story behind this film, the original director, Zack Snyder, who also directed Man of Steel and BVS prior to this Batman vs. Superman, had to drop out due to a family tragedy, and Warner Brothers and Joss Whedon finished the film, and there were severe restrictions. As far as I can tell, Joss Whedon had to keep it under 2 hours, yada yada. And aside from all of the other horrible stuff that happened on the set, you know, Joss Whedon being abusive to cast members like Ray Fisher, who plays Cyborg, the film, of course, was a clash of visions, didn't really work. And so that is why I assume Warner Brothers thinks they can make a a pretty penny out of a Zack Snyder retelling of Justice League, and he gets to sort of fulfill his vision, which is a very interesting thing that I do like to see, because of course he was never originally able to fulfill his vision, and now he will be able to go back and sort of tell us what he always wanted to. Will it be good? I have doubts, because I did not like the other two DCEU films, and in general he is not a director that I find to be very good. But you know, I am holding out hope. I am glad that he does get to make this film. And I wish, you know, he was just able to make this film in the first place. But yeah, you deal with the cards you're dealt. That's not the phrase, but you get the point. So, folks, this is an inconsistent film that does nothing new. I would say my opinion is that each cog sort of works on its own, but when combined together, the machine falls apart. So, folks, I'm going to give Justice League a D for its general inconsistency all throughout. And yeah, Justice League gets a D. Alright, folks, so that's my review of Justice League. Of course, all of the other DCU films will be ranked in the coming days. Of course, leading up to the big dog, Zack Snyder's Justice League. So stay tuned for all of those reviews. The playlist is up there if you want to check out the other reviews that, of course, I've reviewed so far in the DCU, movies that I've reviewed in the DCU so far. And I've been EDPC Reviews. You have been amazing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.